If you are a Lumix full frame or L-mount camera user, today is a big day. Viltrox have announced last year that they are joining L-mount Alliance, and today, after a long delay, we do have finally a first lens. I have been using Viltrox lenses for a very long time on Fuji first and on Nikon and Sony cameras. They are one of the newer camera lens manufacturers and one that is certainly making a stir for a while now. They offer superbly good optically lenses at much lower prices. This is not an exception. This is Viltrox 60mm f1.8 prime, a lens that I have raved about when I reviewed the Sony version 2 years ago. Fast forward to 2026, and the fact that I do use prominently Lumix cameras now, I literally couldn't wait for L-mount version of this wide-angle gem. And here it is. Performance. So what do we have here and how does it work on Lumix cameras? All the samples you see in this video were shot with Lumix S1RII and Lumix S1II. For 60mm f1.8 lens, it is fairly small and fairly light, but what really makes it stand out is the optical quality it delivers. I'm a big fan of wide-angle lenses. 60mm is great for architecture, landscape and astrophotography, but also for street photography and for the times when you need to or want to get as much as possible in the frame. This lens delivers superb sharpness edge to edge, even wide open, also very solid color and contrast. It's one of those lenses that is very hard to complain about and that makes it very easy to shoot with. For me, if I had to choose just one lens when traveling to a new city or going out into nature, I'd go for wide angle, and this is the one I take with me. Lumix have got their own superb and very small 18mm f1.8, but believe me, those 2mm make a huge difference in what and how much you can get in the frame. There's very little chromatic aberration visible, rather unusual for wide aperture prime, and that's a very good thing. Generally speaking, chromatic aberration is not a huge problem most of the time, but when you shoot astrophotography, you don't want to see purple fringing around every star. It's not completely invisible with this lens, but way below average, totally manageable. The autofocus is silent and works absolutely flawlessly, as good as with any Lumix own or Sigma lens for sure. No problems in that department at all. Vignetting is not a problem here either. Distortion is very well under control too. I don't have to fix bulging in any of those photos you see here at all. Every time I take a photo or film with it, I'm surprised how good the image quality is, and I know what it can do. It's just something cool about Viltrox on Lumix. They talk to each other well and work very well together. Usually we see and interpret the world around us from the standing position from our eye level. Changing your angle, like going higher or lower with this 60mm, gives you more wacky or an unusual look to your photos, making them instantly different in a good way and more interesting to more viewers. Also, as with all ultra wide angle lenses, the minimal focusing distance is very short, 27 centimeters here, so you can get seriously close to your subject with it. That and the shallow depth of field allows you to capture certainly very different, cool looking close-ups. Video, 60mm is a great focal length for filming with superb focal length to use on a gimbal. This wide field of view can really enhance the sense of motion. Also good focal length for vlogging with, wide enough for you to be able to film yourself closely. You don't have to have very long arms and to show you and all of your surroundings. There's also very little of that associated with wide angle lenses jello effect in the corners. I don't see any. And of course, no issues with autofocusing while filming with it either. No surprise there. There's a little focus breathing visible, nothing tragic or making it unusable. Built. It's not a huge lens and it weighs only 550 grams. It's very well built, it feels solid, it has got weather sealing, great for all those who shoot wide angle landscape in all kinds of weather. It has kind of unusual LCD display. This shows electronically the focusing distance and aperture value when using the manual aperture ring and more. You can connect Viltrox app to the lens and customize its screen. So for example, when it comes on, it can display your photo or your custom text. Here in the app, you can also customize the function buttons as there are two. You can program one standard via camera or two via the app. You can, for example, set focus point A and B to those two buttons and do repeatable and super accurate focus pulls. The lens's firmware can be updated wirelessly via the app or via USB-C when connected to the computer. Standard AF/MF switch and also click aperture ring switch. Large manual focus ring, nicely smooth to turn, and the filter thread is 77mm. It takes standard screw-on filters as well. Overall, very nice looking lens for any Lumix full frame camera. Price: lenses this good usually cost way more than this. £530 here in UK or about $580 in US. Lumix 18mm costs way more and it is far less sophisticated lens than this. This is also wider. The image quality it delivers is on par with Lumix or Sigma lenses, which makes it a really good value for money. If you need a wide angle lens for professional usage, for shooting photos or video of real estate, for example, this lens can really do it well. Certainly pro level image quality for not so pro price tag. As far as I'm aware, there's no other 16mm f1.8 available for L-mount cameras right now. Conclusion: I have shot a lot of different things with the Sony version of this lens in the past, and it has been one of my favorite lenses for the last couple of years. This L-mount version does not disappoint at all. Lumix colors make it even better, in my opinion. For L-mount shooters, this lens feels important, not just because it's good, but because it signals something bigger. The system is growing in a very healthy way. More choice, more competition, and that always benefits us as photographers and filmmakers. This 16mm doesn't feel like a budget alternative. It feels like a serious tool that just happens to be affordable. That's a very different thing. It's the kind of lens you buy once and keep using it for years because it simply delivers every time you take it out. If this is how Viltrox enters L-mount, they didn't just join the party, they kick the door open. And if this is only the beginning, I genuinely can't wait to see what they do next. What do you think will be the next L-mount lens after this? Let me know in the comments below. And this is it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.